Hello and welcome to Genesis Gym. Today we're going to talk about one of the simple and cheap tests that we use to give clients an indicator of whether or not they're handling the training load well, whether they're under a lot of stress, whether the body is recovering and in a healthy state. Okay, this test is the pH strip test. Okay, so this is a bunch of pH strips. Okay, they're very inexpensive. You can get them at eBay or something. Each strip costs literally 1 or 2 cents. Okay, they're very cheap. Okay, they cost a couple of cents each. What you do is, you take the pH strip, alright, pH strip, and then you just lick it. Okay, you can use urine or saliva, but obviously for convenience we use saliva. You lick it and make it really wet and see what color comes out. So in my case, it's a pretty dark green, okay? And then you match it against the color code on the box, which is over here, okay? And mine would be somewhere around the 7.3 to 7.5. If you can see that on the camera. Okay, so that's what we're looking for in general. We want about a mid-7s, 7.3, 7.5 kind of color. What does it indicate? All right, when you have a good salivary pH, which is quite alkaline at 7.3, 7.5, what it shows is that your body has enough of the minerals to be alkaline. Now, your blood will always be at about a 7.2 something pH, because if it goes off too much, you will probably die, okay? But your saliva will be an indicator of what's going on in the rest of your body. So your body will do its best to keep the blood at a good pH. But if you're under a lot of stress, your body becomes a bit more acidic, and your body will take the minerals from your muscle and bone to make the blood neutral or slightly alkaline. So it will prioritize the blood, and then you will actually have poor recovery from training because the nutrients are taken from the muscle. You will have weaker bones, more chance of osteoporosis because the nutrients are taken from the bones. Okay, so muscles and bones get weaker, and minerals get wasted away. So this happens under overtraining load or under a very stressful life situation. So this is something that we do for clients to see if they're recovering well. Now, what do you do about it? And what's a bad reading? We want to keep anything above 6.5. Anything below 6.5 on the color scale is usually a very bad situation already. So once a person gets to, below 7, we start to intervene. What do you use? You use a lot of vegetables and fruits. Okay, plant nutrients are more alkalizing, and also you must use alkalizing minerals such as magnesium and an electrolyte solution if it's really bad. Okay, potassium, magnesium, things like this help buffer the acidity, and you will notice that in our experience with thousands of clients every year, what we see is that people who are doing well on this test, they tend to have better recovery, they tend to have better sleep quality, and they just are doing better overall in their health. Again, no test is perfect, but this test is cheap and it's a pretty good indicator. So go ahead and buy some pH strips and use them. Okay, just a note, the pH strips you want are those that go from 5.5 to 9. Okay, that's the range that you want to hit, or somewhere around there. You don't want to buy the pH strips that are like 2 to 9 or 2 to 14. That's too big a range. You can't see the fine differentiations. So get the pH strips that give you something like a 5 or 6 to a 9 or 10, that kind of range of pH strip, and you'll be fine. All right, so please go ahead and use the test and share with us your results.